Whatever happened to Mason Ramsey? Has he endorsed anybody in the 2024 election yet? Don't answer that. She do me, she do you, she do nobody sugar daddy now. He just put out a new album. Let's go. Is it like Andre 3000? Like, is it jazz flute or something? The yodeling kid? Yeah, but like, I mean, so he was 13 in 2017. So he's like 20 years old now. He's only 5 years away from having like a fully formed frontal lobe or whatever. He's 17. That doesn't even, how does that make sense? I guess he wasn't 13 when Yodel Kid came out. He must have been like, I guess he was 10 when Yodel Kid came out. He was 11. He was 9. He was born in 2006. That's crazy. A little sus, to be honest. To be born the year I graduated high school, but whatever. He's making music now? The hell are you talking about? He was making music then. She do me? I mean, it's a cover, but still. You listen to Brother Man Bill lately? Every night before bed. La 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 la. Okay. This is wait, we get a master puzzle on Friday, and we get a master puzzle on Monday. How does that? That's not. What in the New York Times is this, man? Hoenn. Ruby Sapphire. Is this Ruby Sapphire? Starring Paul Dano? You are correct. Okay. Okay, that's a problem for me. Except no evolutionary line. Ruby Sapphire, Groudon. Yeah! Okay. Now, that's a go-to for me. Legendary flying bird. You ever hear of a little Moltres? Legendary no evolutionary line. You ever hear of a little Articuno? Legendary dragon. There must be many. You ever hear of a freaking Lugia? Not legendary. It must be a mythical. My mistake. Legendary dragon. I think about the most legendary dragons in the world of Pokemon. I think about Rayquaza. There we go. More of a snake, really. Doesn't even have wings. I'm not the be-all, end-all of what's a dragon, what's a wyvern, and so on and so forth. Dual type flying. You ever hear of a motherfucking Zapdos? Don't do that. Dual type no evolutionary line. You ever hear of a Zapdos? Now we're talking. Dual type flying is Aerodactyl. That's a classic go-to in this household. Dual type dragon. You ever hear of Dragonite? Okay, this is so much better than I expected, all right? Flying Hoenn, Dragon Hoenn. Flying Hoenn, that's easy, bro. Togekiss. Or Ogerpon Hearthflame Mask. I can live with 8 today. I think we did pretty well, all things considered. Oh, those were your picks. All right. There's a lot of dragons. I see you got to type. No disrespect. Swellow and Salamanca. Ding, ding, ding. You had a potential 9 on this. You, Gagi, no disrespect. You know the theory of the mind? Your lived experience does not automatically become shared with me. Like, we don't have the same Google Docs permissions. I know a decent amount about Gen 1 circa 1997, 1998. They changed, retconned it later. Something to do with the fairy types. They reworked it or something like that. Everything after that generation, if the Pokemon is not on the cover of the Game Boy Advance box, I don't know what generation the Pokemon is from. There is an exception. I know that if they say Galar, I know a Pokemon that has the name Wheezing Galar will be from that generation. And I know like 2 Pokemon that are like not the world's most sensitive guy, but when she gripped me tight, she nearly broke my spine. I said Alola, A-L-O-L-A, Lola. That's about it, though. That's all I got. Don't say he's gripping. Hang on, my DPI is all messed up. It's 3,200. No, that's 3,200. That's 400. That's 800. Okay, we're back. Should do Smash or Pass Pokemon Edition. I hate to be this guy. They're all passes. Not because the Pokemon aren't hot, but because I'm married. I might be the only normal motherfucker out there, man. Every weekend, the internet strays further from God's light. What the fuck is this, and why is it Kino? I know you, Ghostbusters ass. This shit is like Poltergeist or something. Are you Poltergeists? What? What in the Robin Williams movie Toys is this? What in the Gremlins 2, the new batch, is this? That's George Carlin. But this is certainly not Dogma. Is this not Toys? Robin Williams Toys. Submit. It's not Dogma, man. It's not Dogma. I don't know what you are. It's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but the second one, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Okay. There we go. I know this guy. I know these two guys too, but I definitely know this guy. They're literally in the first frame. Haunted Mansion ass. I'm not Bill and Ted pilled, honestly, but I saw this motherfucker in the video store. You could not tell me as a child that this movie is a comedy because like this guy's face was freaking me out every time I went to Jumbo Video. I'm cracked out of my mind right now. That's just like so embarrassing. Please don't actually be on crack and like watching my stream. Shouldn't you be listening to like Fleet Foxes and contributing to the narrative of the 2024 election right now? What are you doing watching Twitch TV on a drug like that, man? It's like when I go to r/meth and I realize that like most people on meth are not like ripping ATMs out of like bank buildings and stuff like that. They're like, I took some meth and then cleaned my house while watching Rick and Morty. They're like, I've finished like 4 seasons of Rick and Morty ever since I got thwacked out. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy, man. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's probably better to be cleaning your domicile than, robbing a bank. I'm just kind of surprised. Or the guy who keeps posting on our meth about how he gets high and then he steals people's DoorDash order. Oh, man. And everyone in the comments is like, stop doing that, man. You're stealing. And he's like, I'm not going to stop. Yeah, no, I hope he goes to prison. I mean, that's like a very victimful crime. Well, I guess the stakes are pretty low, but still. Undrafted out of Fresno State, QB Billy Volek started 10 games for this AFC team. That's a gimme, man. B. Volek, he was on the Titans. I don't know how I know that, but that is from my NFL era. Rasheed Wallace played for the Pistons and the Celtics. Hang on, I'm insane. 2 American gymnasts have won the all-around gold at both the Olympics and the World Championships. Simone Biles and this male gymnast who won gold at Athens in 2004. I honestly have no clue. This is not sexist necessarily. Maybe my sexism leads there to be a gap in my knowledge, but I could not name a single male gymnast. Are you Baryshnikov, who I'm pretty sure is a ballet dancer? I mean, you got to be like Jamiroquai. That guy had some moves. I can't name a male gymnast, man. I can't name a male gymnast. Elvis Stoico? I can't even come up with like a plausible answer here. I gotta type in like Nadia Comaneci or something like that, even though like, here's the thing, you're gonna be like, I know this is wrong, but it's the closest thing that I can muster to the right answer. I might as well put in nothing, but at least like I'll put in what for me is the closest possible answer, even though it's obviously the wrong answer. Introduced in 2004, this Hyundai model is a compact crossover SUV named after a city in Arizona. So there's like the Palisade, could be the Phoenix, could be the Flagstaff, could be the Yuma, could be the Tempe. Is that? I have no idea. A compact Hyundai. I can think of the Hyundai Santa Fe, but that is a city in New Mexico. But maybe it's also in Arizona. Maybe it's named after the one in Arizona and not the one. No, I don't know what it is, man. Oh, the Tucson. So that's Jeremy Strong. And then it's like, no, it's Jennifer Aniston, bro. That's a given. We take those. How? Because it's Jeremy Strong, dude. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This fast food chain released the French toaster breakfast sandwich. Sounds like a Burger King joint to me. Never mind. Never mind. Meryl Streep shocked many when she joined the cast for season 2 of this HBO series in 2019. Pretty Little Liars? Nope. I've been so confident about my wrong answers. What is it's Big Little Lies? Those are two different shows? Pretty Little Liars and Big Little Lies are two different shows? One's a teen drama? That's why I thought people would be surprised, man. Because they'd be like, why is Meryl Streep in Euphoria? Pretty Little Liars was on the CW and it ended in 2016. Oh, I didn't know, man. Anyway, this is Marriage Story. Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson. It's either that or Star Wars. This alternative rock band is most known for their song, Wherever You Will Go. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will. Way up high. Is it? I don't know if it's Lifehouse, man. I don't know who it is. It's Drek. I feel confident saying that. The Calling. Lifehouse is Hanging by a Moment, right? Kind of the same sort of detritus. Sonic Drive-In. That's America Pilled. It doesn't give us... we don't have access to that in Canada. Paul Hamm. Did he play Don Curtiner? That's a joke. That's a callback to Jackbox. Tucson and Big Little Lies. Don Draper looks like a cross between Don Curtiner and Don Blinder. Perhaps the best joke in joke boat history. How did you know Billy Volek? Because I played ESPN NFL Football 2K5. So I would say if you said, hey NL, who were the starting quarterbacks of every team in 2000, or let me rephrase. If you gave me the names of all the starting quarterbacks from 2005, I bet I could pair more than half of them. I probably couldn't do half of them in reverse. But if I saw the name, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the Bengals quarterback. McNabb, it's insulting. Obviously the Eagles. Vic, obviously the fucking Falcons. Jake Plummer, obviously the Broncos. Carson Palmer, obviously the Bengals. Dante Culpepper, obviously the fucking Vikings. Brian Grease, obviously the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay? You got a problem with me? That information is in there, man. Jake Delhomme, obviously the Carolina Panthers. Trent Dilfer, obviously the Cleveland Browns. Aaron Rodgers was not drafted yet. J.P. Losman, obviously the Bills. Jeff Garcia, that one's tough. I think he might have also been the Browns. They had kind of like an A-B situation that year. Otherwise, he would be the 49ers. Rex Grossman, obviously the Chicago Bears. Testaverde, obviously the New York Jets. Byron Leftwich, obviously the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you have a fucking problem with me? You have a fucking problem with me? I got a problem with me. Why is that shit in there, man? Cordell Stewart, obviously the Steelers, although 2005 was already the Roethlisberger era. That's Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. That's Lex Grossman. Rex Grossman was he was supposed to be the savior of the Chicago Bears. He did make it to that Super Bowl. You literally got 100% right. I wasn't lying. I was telling no lies, man. You can tell I got 100% right because motherfuckers are hitting me with like the third string quarterback now. They're like Josh McCown, and I'm like, fuck you, Arizona Cardinals. Suck me. Anyway, where am I going here? Maybe I should follow the NFL this year. There's only 17 games if you root for the Seahawks. Believe handle Mount Show. Mountain. Brecketon. Trustin. ShamWow. Show and tell. Maybe you should read all the words before you start getting them connected here, okay? Bluff. Well, stand. There's card game related terms here. Liter, spelled in what I consider a blasphemous way. Pint. Fifth. Handle. This is a quantity, usually of alcohol. Liquor bottle sizes. That's the easiest purple I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, Mariah, thank you. It's got me feeling emotions deeper than I've ever felt before. Bluff, sham, front, and show. What is a fiction, a farcical demonstration, a facade. Dude, there should be a second order connections. Don't make this because you'll make it. I'll play it once and be like, that's fucking stupid. And then people will cyberbully me to play it every time I do the dulls from now until the end of time or my death, whichever comes first. But a second order where after you guess them, you get like a bonus point if you can correctly identify the category. A farcical demonstration. Trust, believe, accept, buy. To assert the validity of something. To regard as true. Oh, this is literally non-mental illness connections. This is like coworker connections today. Like this is a physical apparatus you affix your television to. Coworker connections. That's why it's Monday. I don't mind a little coworker connections, honestly. When you're expecting the mix-up and then they don't hit you with the mix-up, that's a mix-up in and of itself, man. If you are confused, check with the sun. Carry a compass to help you along. So true. Your feet are going to stay on the ground. Your head is there to move you around. Something like that. I know a little REM. Enough to get myself in trouble. School Organization for Moms and Dads, PTA, Polymath, Isaac Newton, symbol of the Olympics, rings, stale and overused as a saying. Passé? Absolutely. Yas. Site, oh, this is Paris. It's not rings, man. Okay, this is a problem. Just the formatting is going to take me like another 40 seconds to figure out. Symbol of the Olympics. Usain Bolt. Barrio. Good social skill. Talk. Really feel a rigorous workout. Ache. Itty bitty. Really feel a rigorous workout. Sore. That's not right. Trite. Talt. Ta. Good social skill. Symbol of the Olympics. Torch. Holy fuck, that's loud. What the hell is tagged? I was like, what's talked? Oh, it's muted for you guys. Okay, okay. My mistake, my mistake. My mistake. Trust me, it was loud. How loud? Oh, my Windows volume was up to like 46, so that's my own fault. That's basically like deafening level. Organic soy, non-dairy beverage vanilla, 12 count. Silk orange vanilla peanut butter soy milk. Silk orange vanilla peanut butter soy milk. 12? Total of 3 gallons. So it's almost a liter per. So this is not individual soy beverages. This is like a carton that you would use. All right, all right. I still feel like, we would buy like oat milk of this. It would come in a 6-pack. It would probably be like $12.99. Oat milk is more expensive than soy milk. And this has the United States of America buff, which brings the price down like 30%. So I would feel confident saying this is like $13.99 American. He will know our ways as if born to them. It's that simple. Le soy al Ghaib. Yo soy al Ghaib. Yo soy al Ghaib. That means my name, right? I don't speak Spanish very well. I know muy caliente. I've been trying to workshop a French bit. I feel like I should learn French because it would make my bits better. And because I have a French-Canadian last name, I kind of like, he will know our ways as if born to them. It would be something like, regardez-moi mon impression et not los, la anglophone parle la Tour Eiffel. I went to see the Eiffel Tower. I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go, okay? But we're working on it. Like, listen, if you're a native French citizen, what do you call it? 'Cause I could say, like, if you're a native German, that makes sense. Do I say if you're a native French? That doesn't sound right because it just feels like the language. Francophone? Yeah, but I wanted to exclude Quebec because I was going to say, and you could take that out of context, but if you grew up in France, you don't understand how funny it is that you call the Eiffel Tower La Tour Eiffel, even though that's what it's called because it's there. Because that shit is called the Eiffel Tower. What do you mean by that? I mean, like, you have it and you named it, but because of how I've grown up, it will always seem to be, like, wrong to me. It's like the Inglorious Bastards, like, I'll have 3 lagers or whatever the hell they're drinking. -2, -2. Oh, don't you mean Moen Beur de Arachide? France. This is my mea culpa. To put it in terms you might understand. Spider butter? I was going for peanut butter, but I forget sometimes. It's a similar word. What the hell's going on over here? Oh, that's France. Right. It's crazy that there's France and there's French Guiana and there's French Montana, but like nothing else. Oh, you can't see. That joke would have hit like way harder if you could have seen. French Stewart, that's true. That must be like over here. And French Freeze, if I remember correctly, French Freeze must be like right around there, right? Crazy that we're still eating them these days, but okay, 1,800 kilometers from France. How about Slovenia? Go a little crazy here. That's cooler. Okay, how about Algeria? That's adjacent. How about Morocco? That's the wrong way. How about Tunisia? How about Mauritania? Is today my day? Yeah! Yes! Finally, my reaction when Mauritania works for me instead of against me. This shit is very gettable today. This is Vietnam. Yeah! I was like, it's Vietnam or we're going to have some problems here. We're cruising now. A couple of ones today is pretty good. Quick question. Were you speaking to me on Discord recently? No, there is an imposter among us. I barely even speak to people I know on Discord. So use, I would say as always in this disinformation, misinformation era, you should always have a healthy amount of skepticism. Especially I think if a public figure goes like, hey, come chat with me. When on stream all the time, I'm like, don't talk to me. That one you just got it. It's good that you had the wherewithal to ask in chat, okay? So where did those Amazon gift cards go? I apologize. That's not me. You got me confused. If you sent me, quote unquote me, cryptocurrency because I said I would like 10x it and then send it back to you, I'm not saying that could just... You're probably not going to get your money back. Okay. January 3rd, 2014. Let me think about. It's crazy that like once I start doing YouTube full time, I'm like, my sense of time is completely gone. I think it just happens to you when you're an adult to begin with, but I'm like, if you ask me, if this was like January 3rd, 2002, I'm like, oh shit, I'm entering my final semester of the 8th grade. What was coming out around then? Second Harry Potter movie, doubtless. January 3rd, 2014, I'm like, I don't know, but I'll tell you, $300 million, 7 weeks, 2014, that screams Frozen. Everything else is a little bit, I don't know, but that's kind of a gimme. Paramount Pictures, 18 million. It's Tom Cruise joint. Andrew Jacobs. Horror thriller Andrew Jacobs, 2014. Tagline, you're one of us now. Let's just simmer on that one. That's a tough one. It's January, so they don't tend to put out the best horror movies then. They tend to just kind of push stuff where they're like, this is a great place to drop something that doesn't benefit from having a lot of competition. But Warner Brothers, starring Ian McKellen. This is probably The Hobbit 2 or 3. Maybe this is Five Armies. Maybe this is The Desolation of Smaug. There it is. They all continue their journey to get their gold back from the dragon Smaug. Paramount Pictures, 63 million, starring Leonardo DiCaprio from 2014. Paramount, I mean, this seems like too little money for The Wolf of Wall Street. But it doesn't, the timeline doesn't feel right for The Great Gatsby, but I'll give it a chance. Genre. Crime, drama, comedy. Wolf of Wall Street, really? Yeah, all right. I guess, to be honest, Scorsese's been a known quantity for a while, obviously, like since the 70s. But like, this movie came out, was respected, but had like a huge long tail on it as well. Yeah, so like in my head, I'm like, this is probably like the biggest movie that was released that year. But at the time, you're like, it can't hold a candle to Frozen, apparently. Sony Pictures, 87 milli in week 4, starring Christian Bale. 2014, Christian Bale, crime drama, starring Christian Bale. Tagline: Everyone hustles to survive. Is this really American Hustle? My timeline's all fucked up. I thought that came out in like 2011, but that's just my bad. Now this one, this is a real humdinger. 17-year-old Jesse has been hearing terrifying sounds coming from his neighbor's apartment, but when he turns on his camera and sets out to uncover their source, he encounters an ancient evil that won't rest until it's claimed his very soul. Paranormal Activity 7. Paranormal Activity 3. It's a little late for 2. Could be the Ghost Dimension. Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. Doesn't sound like Tokyo Night. Paranormal Activity 4. I don't know. Made a lot of these, huh? Paranormal Activity. The marked ones. 30 Nights of Paranormal Activity with the devil inside the girl with the dragon tattoo. Sorry, this is the wrong one. Paranormal Activity. The marked ones. Did I do that one already? It is the marked ones. Worst poster in Earth's history. Pretty good. Pretty good. Keep gambling. I mean, listen, again, I don't want to talk about media literacy. It's been co-opted by bad actors. But if you see horror movie with actor you've never heard of, and then you see turns on his camera and encounters ancient evil, and you're not thinking Paranormal Activity, I'm not sure if you need to watch more movies or less movies, but you need to change. Now! The hell is this, man? The Machinist to Night on Earth, which appears to star Winona Ryder and Walter Matthau. I don't know. But to me, this seems very doable, okay? Can I just see if this is Walter Matthau real quick? It may be Armin Mueller-Stahl. Holy cow, they really pulled from the whole earth for this one. Rosie Perez is in this shit, huh? Okay, I'm just thinking. Let's develop the line in our head. I have to go to Christian Bale because it's just, that's my terminus. So immediately I'm like Giancarlo Esposito, most famous role, probably Last Holiday starring Queen Latifah. So now you're at Queen Latifah. You go to Bringing Down the House, which gets you to Steve Martin. You probably take Steve Martin into... Me personally, I would go Cheaper by the Dozen 2, which gets you to Taylor Lautner, which then gets you to Twilight Saga New Moon, which gets you to Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, he can get you to anywhere, but he can definitely get you to the Batman. Unfortunately, is not Christian Bale's Batman, but it does get you to Jeffrey Wright, who obviously gets you to another young adult classic, The Hunger Games: Catching Fire, which allows you to get to Jennifer Lawrence, which allows you to get to No Hard Feelings. I've gotten lost. I'm thinking of Christian Bale Ensemble Pictures. Christian Bale Ensemble Pictures, The Prestige, Michael Caine. Michael Caine. Hugh Jackman. Scarlett Johansson. Jessica Biel is in The Illusionist. Who, Rebecca Ferguson? Is Rebecca Ferguson the other magician's assistant? Is Rebecca Ferguson and Scarlett Johansson? I don't know. I'm just lost. Rosie Perez gets you to Pineapple Express. Pineapple Express gets you to James Franco. Let's forget we did that. Okay, let's go in the opposite order. Okay, I'm ready. Let me just take a look. Michael Ironside. Michael Ironside. Reg Wilson. Buffy Davis. Michael Ironside. Jennifer Jason Leigh. She's been in some joints for sure. Michael Ironside, of course. Welcome back, Bob Balaban. Okay. I'm thinking you go Michael Ironside. Total Recall. Sharon Stone. Casino. Robert De Niro. Dirty Grandpa, Zac Efron. Baywatch, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Southland Tales, Justin Timberlake. This is going to ruin the Trolls World Tour. Anna Kendrick, Pitch Perfect, Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder, Mr. Deeds. Adam Sandler. Or John Turturro. I don't know, man. I just got to start clicking on stuff. We're stalling too much. Winona Ryder, Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds. There you go. Sorry, I forgot the period. Peter Gallagher, American Beauty. Now, you're going to tell me you can't get to Christian Bale. You can obviously get to Christian Bale off of this. Don't forget. Wait a second. Wes Bentley, Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence, Hunger Games Catching Fire. There we go. Jeffrey Wright. Now I got to go backwards. What was my line on this shit, man? How did I go backwards from here? Stop typing question marks. Start typing my line. The Batman. Thank you. The Batman. Then takes you to Robert Pattinson. Twilight. New Moon. Taylor Lautner. Cheaper by the Dozen. 2. Steve Martin. Bringing Down the House. Queen Latifah. Last Holiday. Giancarlo Esposito. The Machinist. I was going in the wrong direction. I was going back to Night on Earth, man. All right. It was kind of sick, though. What do you think? Okay, Winona Ryder. I'll probably go Mr. Deeds on this one. That's just me being a crazy guy. Interesting. Lots of good options here. Christian Bale, huh? I'd probably go John McEnroe. Yeah, I'd probably go with Al Sharp. Well, this is so doable. So I'm trying to get to Christian Bale from Rob Schneider. It's so easy. Would probably be something like, for me personally, if I had to guess, I'd probably go Deuce Bigalow 1. And then you go to Oded Fear. He died? Or is his picture just in black and white? He's chilling. We're good. Okay, we take those. And then obviously you go to Resident Evil Apocalypse. When you think about Oded Fehr, that's like one of the first things you'd think of. Probably go with Mike Epps after that. Wait, where am I trying to go? Kelly C. Trying to. The problem, I think, as we all know, is that Christian Bale hasn't been in a lot of movies. So that's creating a lot of problems for me right now. Probably go Mila Jovovich, Monster Hunter, just to figure out who the hell else was in that. Pretty star-studded cast, all things considered. Probably go with like Ron Perlman, and I'd say like Hellboy 2. Oh, you know what? Let's go Blade 2. Ain't It Cool News' favorite movie. Real problem is that Christian Bale just hasn't been in a lot of stuff, man. He's notorious for only doing like one picture a decade. So it's really hard to find a connection. Probably go Norman Reedus to the Boondock Saints. One. Probably would follow that with like Willem Dafoe. And I mean, Christian Bale and Willem Dafoe, come on. You think that, you think of Spider-Man. I gotta nut up, man. Christian Bale. Christian Bale is in Reign of Fire, okay? His biggest movie, Reign of Fire, starring Matthew McConaughey and Gerard Butler and Isabella Scorupco, okay? So we just gotta get to Matthew McConaughey, man. How do you get to Matthew McConaughey? You get to Tropic Thunder. How do you get to Tropic Thunder? I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world. You get to Tom Cruise via Magnolia. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, take another ensemble picture, and I know one of you fuckers was in Magnolia. There's simply no doubt about it. Or one of you fuckers was in something with Julianne Moore. Your ass is not in Magnolia, but your Magnolia... Bob Balaban, welcome back! How do I know this guy? How do I know Tony Revolori? Is he he's Flash from Spider-Man? The new ones? That's correct, okay. Christoph Waltz, Inglorious Bastards. To Magnolia. Why am I going to Magnolia again? Because I'm trying to get to fucking Tom Cruise, which gives me to Matthew McConaughey. That's right, man. That's right. You got it. Just buckle up. Buckle up, buddy. I would probably think Diane Kruger, National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets is like a good start there. That gets you to John Voight, which takes you to Bratz 2007. Now, from that, we have kind of painted ourselves into a bit of a corner, to be honest. Forgot Chet Hanks was in that one. I'd probably go with Lainey Kazan and then go straight to like My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I'll probably take the second one. I imagine it's got the most star power. Probably go Alex Wolff into like Hereditary. Into Toni Collette. No. Into Toni Collette. This Little Miss Sunshine. I'm dead. This is like a 30-minute movie to movie, man. I can't piece it together. Paul Dano, Prisoners, Hugh Jackman, The Prestige, Christian Bale, whatever, The Machinist. Time? Yes! Distance 26. Shortest possible. Christian Bale, two C-list actors. Come on. It's actually resin to use the two actors with the top billing. I consider that beneath me. Oh, it's true. Christian Bale is in American Psycho. So is Léa Seydoux. She's also in the 360 music video. This is Abzu. Metacritic score of 93. Holy man. Is this really what The Last of Us 1 looks like? Kind of looks like Pittsburgh. Originally on the PlayStation 4, it's not the right series. Action-adventure third-person shooter? Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Yep. All right. I was at a convention in Pittsburgh recently. I hear you, brother. You, when you try to make an illusion, but you don't know that A, I have a friend who would probably go to Anthrocon, and B, I have a friend who lives in Pittsburgh who tells me about Anthrocon every year. You tried to be a little subtle with that, but you don't understand that there's a wealth of learned experience going on up here that can, I mean, we have very good pattern matching brains, whether it's a true observation or it's a false positive. I know everything there is to know about you right now, okay? Come to Pittsburgh? I did. I had a great time. It's actually one of the few like places I've been to in America that I have very, very little smarmy shit to say about, except for the fact that just outside of Pittsburgh, we did have to get an Uber to be able to cross the street to go to Target because there was like a highway in between the hotel and the Target, even though they were 200 meters away. But otherwise, I had a great time in Pittsburgh. That was Guess the Game. May update. What the hell? What do you mean May update? How to play Guess the Game? Don't insult me, man. Stop deleting my session data. This is Ruiner. It's very red. RoboCop, Rogue City. Yep, okay. We take those, man. We take those. How'd you know it? Well, it was a picture of RoboCop. That's how I figured it out. I'm a simple man in these games. I see RoboCop. I guess RoboCop. I actually do feel like, in a way, this is extremely cope, okay? But I feel like the worse your eyes are, the less this shit is a debuff. Because like this is sort of like not, it's closer to how the real world looks to me than it is to most people. So when I look at this, my brain is already used to trying to like sharpen the image inside of like the prefrontal cortex instead of relying on like the rods and the cones. By the way, I also think this is Hunt Showdown. It has a very, a very Hunt Showdown-esque fucking weapon. It could be like the Order 1886, although it looks a little bit more like, I don't know, Jefferson Davis instead of like Victoria 2. All right. Resident Evil something. You look like a very charismatic Resident Evil villain, perhaps in the one that I did not play, Village. Yes, okay. Is this the good guy? Or is this the bad guy? It's mixed. I think you can tell based on the way they've kind of built the character here. The coat is like, it screams anti-hero. He's not good or bad. He's Chris Redfield. That, for me, that's the same as like, it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. I don't know what it means, but it does make me laugh. Yoshi's Woolly World. Okay, it wasn't on the Wii U. That narrows it down. It was after 2015. It's not a platformer. Possibly has some action or fantasy elements. Okay, I mean, I'd probably say like Control. Single player only, that's a great hint. More recent than 2019. Baldur's Gate 3. That's got co-op. But we got isometric bird view. Saved. Okay. And it's from 2019 to 2022. XCOM Chimera Squad. Oh, where knock, 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 motherfucker. It's a fantasy isometric bird view game that, okay, it's something like Commandos. No, okay, they don't have it. It's the other one. Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. Oh, that's 2016, huh? We've come a long way. It's also not a fantasy now that I think about it. I don't want to burn my clue just yet. Because I feel like we can at least get one more green to like hopefully get a good category. An isometric fantasy game that's single player only. It's like that rules out Divinity. 2020 isometric fan. You know what? Give me my clue. A role-playing turn-based strategy adventure indie game from 2020, which is definitely not going to be Pyre, but might hint at something. It's very funny to put Linux first here, but I digress. Fantasy. Indie, adventure, turn-based strategy, role-playing game that came out on the PC. This game was published... Well, you know what? I can just put Terraria to see if I'm right. I forget the name of the game, but it was published by Relogic. So I don't know. I didn't think it was Terraria. I thought maybe we might be able to green this out. From 2020, huh? What was going on that year? Could be like Animal Crossing. No, but that's multiplayer. And it wasn't on the PC. Honestly, I think I'm cooked on this one. Mario at the Olympic Games. Omori. I wouldn't have gotten it, but I think that Kate could have gotten it. Not gettable? I think it's gettable. I mean, I haven't played it, but I know what it is. It's an Earthbound fan game. Yeah, I kind of see it as like in the cultural echo of Undertale. Omori is in there along with like Lisa the Painful RPG, and even, I'm not saying that they're necessarily that related, but something like Disco Elysium. But I might be way off base on that one. Y2K, that's another one. That's way off? I don't think so. But I refuse to elaborate because the strength of my idea is not strong compared to yours. So as a result, I'll just say you're entitled to your opinion. Okay. Traveler. You didn't play either? Excuse me, I played Y2K at a PAX once. And then I was like, this game seems pretty cool. And then I never played it on stream because it was like a 20-hour turn-based RPG. Yeah, I played it. You got the mini game where you're like, the one dude is like a millennial hipster who like throws records or something like that. I played it, man. I mean, I might not know a lot about it, but give me some credit. That was like 8 years ago at a PAX or something like that I played it. It was like 2 years before it even came out. I'm sorry, Traveler, it's not you, it's me. I still need to get UBO. But the fact that just in the time when I was talking about Y2K, you refreshed the ads on me twice means I'm out of here. You didn't invent the world map. Hey, NL, what's your resting heart rate? That would be a great dull, man. I'm embarrassed by how often, like even Google was like, you visit this website often. Okay, ready? Here. Oh, you can't see it yet. Last time I did it, my resting heart rate was 54. Got to get the pulse first. Give me 1 second. I just got to... My ass is fucking excited, bro. I got to take a deep breath. Hang on. I'm going die another day mode. I can live with that. I can live with that. But when I'm not working, I'm in that 54 range. But I got a lot of eyes on me right now, okay? You're right. My ass would not be in crank. Unless it was like if your heart rate goes over 55, you explode. In which case, I would be like, that's no problem. Ah! Because like I'm pretty sure that it's like, I mean, 54 is an average. The variance is relatively high on that. You ever feel bad about the fact that when you say I've got to go to work, you sit in front of your computer and yap? Why would I feel bad about that? What do you mean feel bad? There's a lot of bad feelings. Hunger, thirst, guilt. Be more specific with your feedback. I don't think there's anything for me to feel bad about. Oilers, they got a new Ducks logo. Ducks, 10 plus wins in their postseason career. Jean-Sebastien Giguère. Habs, 10 plus wins in his postseason career. I mean, that's a gimme. I have to go with the homie Jacques Plante, 1952 to 1973. Dallas, 10 plus wins in his postseason career. I'd have to go with Marty Turco for that one. Everything else, I don't really care. Capitals and Canadians will probably go with the homie Lars Eller. Stars and Capitals, I'd probably have to say Darian Hatcher, I guess. I mean, Kevin Hatcher. Oilers and Ducks. That to me seems like, wait, Oilers and Canadians is super simple. Immediately, I'm like Sergei Samsonov. And then Oilers and Stars seems even easier. Why can I not piece? Whatever. It was good while it lasted. End game. I'll live with it. Corey Perry, Dustin Penner, Alyssa Milano. I love the Ed Belfour photo. It's so great. Dude, he should not have been playing in the NHL at this time. He should have been in Manchester, rocking out to the Stone Roses. What the hell are you doing, man? Your ass was really living in Chicago, not like the Midlands. He should have been writing an impassioned defense of fool's gold for the NME. I don't know, maybe we're getting a little too out of it, okay? You might think I'm cooked today. I happily have to disagree, to put it in millennial terms. Daniel Kaluuya, $100 million at the box office, 3 or more word title, released 2010 to 2024. 2010 to 2024, Widows. 3 or more word title, I got to think about that one. That one's kind of, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He's not in that one. $100 million plus at the box office, Get Out, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther. Let me simmer on this. Anya Taylor-Joy, 2010 to 2024. Playmobil: the movie. That one's for Chib. 0.6? 3 or more word title. New Mutants, X-Men New Mutants. The New Mutants. $100 million plus at the box office, Anya Taylor-Joy. That's an interesting one. I got to think about that. Did Split make $100 million? Did Glass make $100 million? She wouldn't be in Glass, given what I know about Split. Glenn Powell, 3 or more word title. Everybody Wants Some. We stand Richard Linklater here, assuming he didn't say some fucked up shit in the last 3 months that I haven't seen. $100 million plus at the box office. I mean, I gotta go Top Gun Maverick on that. He might have some others. He apparently has. Well, I don't know if Anybody But You got there. We'll put Anybody But You. Anyone But You. Anyone But You. Kind of. I guess Twisters is going to be up there. It did. Okay, it did get there. That's impressive for a romantic comedy to get there. Two guesses left. I mean, $100 million plus at the box office. I'm going to say Get Out did get there. And $100 million, they should have said fucking Wakanda Forever or something. 47%. Everybody wants to type Get Out because they're like, I can't be the guy who types Wakanda Forever. Fuck you, man. $100 million plus at the box office. You have Furiosa. Might have gotten there worldwide. Wouldn't surprise me if it got there world. It might have even gotten there domestic. I know it kind of flopped, but you can have a big movie flop and still make $100 million. It's the state of the world today in 2024. Dune 2 definitely crosses the list. I doubt the menu gets there. That's more of like it went like quadruple platinum on Plex, but I'm not sure people were going out and seeing that in their local multiplex. Great movie, obviously. Definitely don't think The Witch would get there. Definitely don't think The Northman would get there. I gotta go with Dunk. It's the only way, man. Show me my results. I forgot she was in last night at Soho, which is damning because I saw it. Menu, Hitman, Anyone But You, Top Gun Maverick, Rarest. Glass did make $100 million, and she is in it. Love and Tansha, the Anton Yelchin movie. I didn't know she was in that. I did not know that. Actually, I think if you ask me, I did know that Glenn Campbell was in Glenn Powell was in Spy Kids 3. Because I think I've seen the image of him in Spy Kids 3, and people were like, holy shit, that's Glenn Powell. Ride Along 2. That's a good one. A lot of people would say it couldn't hold a candle to the original, but they're cowards. It's that simple. So our daughter is home from daycare today. We got a text yesterday that our daycare administrator like shattered her ankle. Which is like, they will not divide us. They will not divide us. But I will say, when my wife told me about the text, the first thing that I thought was like, what were you doing? Because like a lot of families rely on you. You can't be doing that shit. You can't be fucking balling on the weekend. Lady, we need you. There's like 12 working adults who rely on you. Yeah, I don't know. It might have been a Tanya Harding type situation. Hang on, let's get that F11 out of there.
Astonish. A verb meaning to...
Okay, Lin-Manuel.
Wildcat. A noun meaning...
She making a pass at me?
Distinctive. A adjective meaning... Escape. A verb meaning to get away.
No, okay, this is like a story gone wrong.
Propaganda.
Yep.
A noun meaning a Fucoid. An adjective meaning relating to or resembling the rockweeds. The word originates from New Latin fucus, which is derived from Latin. Fucoid. An adjective meaning...
Analogous to the rockweeds, huh? That's my mistake.
Pestilence.
Okay,
a noun meaning
Isaac
a contagious...
words invented by the binding of Isaac.
Echelon. A noun...
Haven't used that one in a bit.
Allegiance. A noun meaning the... Extemporaneous. A adjective meaning...
Classic example of long word doesn't mean hard word.
Piscivorous. An adjective meaning feeding on fishes. Piscivorous.
Can't fuck me. Can't fuck me on that one. Piscivorous? I've been voring piss ever since I was old enough to eat solid food.
Himalayan. An adjective meaning of... Lichenous. A noun meaning any of numerous complex plant-like organisms.
Oh, lichenous. He not liking us. He not liking us. Why you growing like a moss? Ain't you tired? Something like that. I don't know. It's the song of the summer. I gotta like insert myself into it somehow.
Edinburgh. A biographical name meaning Duke of... Impertinent. An adjective meaning...
What was this fuckoid word? Fucoid. Son of a bitch, man. Fucoid. I was one letter off from being a perfect speller. It was a good round. Hard was easier than medium today, but that doesn't often happen. Usually you're like, oh, those medium words were kind of tricky. And then hard is like, here's a Peruvian volcano. This is my favorite part of the dulls, man. When you, like, this is the golden era. Movie grid, spell check, food guesser, and acted. Those 4 in a row is like, that's the climax. And then I'm not against thrice and disorderly juxtastat faces daily news quiz, but that's like, that's the on your left, Captain America. Did we do Wordle? What are you doing here, Mom? Food guesser gets on my nerves. They have Canada too often. The shit is like 100% Indonesia, man. Is this, am I crazy? This is arepas, isn't it? This is from like Colombia or Peru? Ice cold? Buckwheat flour, powdered sugar. I mean, these are little pancakes. To the northeast of Peru. France? That's hot. United Kingdom? No, wait. The Netherlands. Puffertjes. The Netherlands. Sorry. Netherlands. Hold the. Puffertjes. Traditional Dutch batter treat. Looks tasty to me. Flour, eggs. Fillings include mozzarella, ricotta, York ham, spinach, pumpkin. This is like ravioli. These are raviolos. This is from the nation of Italy. What? Boil the stuffed pasta until it floats, then serve with your choice of sauce. These are tortellini, man. To the southwest? Mozambique? I don't know. That's a crazy guess. It's called Sorrentinos. Brazil? Argentina? Listen, I'm not going to litigate on this, okay? But for me, I am kind of like, I find it hard to believe that this does not also count as Italy. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I know you said don't be upset. I'm not upset. They're commonly served at restaurants that serve Italian-inspired dishes. Yeah. Because it's, okay, listen, it's not ravioli because these are huge. But, like, it is ravioli. This would be like Americans putting, like, bacon bits on poutine and being like, this is called, like, American salad. No, it's poutine with bacon bits. That should be, like, that it should, I'm not saying it shouldn't count for Argentina. It should count for Italy as well. In my personal opinion. I like the idea that somehow it's America's fault that poutine is now unhealthy, according to the tenets of the metaphor. It's perfectly healthy when it's just deep fried potatoes and, you know, meat juice and cheese curds on it. But as soon as you put bacon bits, that's a step too far, man. This is ravioli. This one is literally ravioli, though. This is Italy. They knew what they were doing today, man. Oh, sorry, it's Pavisi agnolotti. Agnolotti. It's a type of pasta used. Small stuffed pasta parcels, often compared to ravioli. Oh, no kidding. No kidding. Wonder why they would do something like that. Buy yourself something nice at Costco for me. Dude, I got laughing. Anyone else on r/Vancouver this morning and see the post that was like, way too much of our city is devoted to parking lots? And I was like, yes, that's so true. Especially like with the housing crisis, we should be repurposing this land for housing. And then like the picture that they used was the Costco blueprints of the one that they're going to build in Surrey. And I was like, pump the brakes, kid. This is like the one situation. If anything, the parking lot should be like 3 times bigger when they build it. Because that place induces demand, okay? They need a lot of people are not taking the SkyTrain to Costco. The SkyTrain would be unusable. The Costco parking lot is like the one situation where I'm like, fuck, I wish this parking lot was bigger. And I was thinking about it too because I had to buy new liquid IV and new BioSteel. Both of them ran out or are going to run out tomorrow. So I was like, I can't get out to Costco. This shit is like, you lose your whole day getting out there. So I bought it on Amazon. This shit is like 40% more expensive on Amazon. Pissed me off, man. But then I also got like pissed off, but in a different way, because it was like, if you don't want to pay for your liquid IV all at once, here's like, you could pay $11 a month for 6 months with an APR of 30%. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? What the financing rate for this liquid IV is like fucking insane. It's like a junk bond, man. 30% APR for my electrolytes? That's crazy. Then I was like, no big deal. Like, I'll just fucking, let's buy it now, eat the cost, and I'll just refi on the rest of the pouches in 2 years when rates are lower. Fed's got to cut, man. I can't afford the rates on this fucking, on the BioSteel anymore, man. It's crazy. It's true. I should just get the solid IV. It's free, in a manner of speaking. Hang on, I got a message here. Let me see what's going on. It's a good message. Discord emoji of a cat waving. I'm just going to level with you. I don't know who you are. It's probably the Dark Knight. Jason Bateman. In like the fifth billing, Jason Bateman. Interesting. Fifth billing, Jason Bateman. Fifth billing, Jason Bateman? So it looks like it says Edward Norton back there too. But fifth billing, Jason Bateman. I see him as the lead in almost everything. He's in a movie called The Switch Up. The Mix Up. He's in a movie called he's in a movie called Trading Lives with Ryan Reynolds. The Change Up. That's Anna Kendrick. But probably not Pitch Perfect. Is it possible this is an animated film? Like perhaps Trolls? Vera Farmiga. This is, it's the Up in the Air. It's Up in the Air. I forgot Anna Kendrick was in that. It's Up in the Air. You don't hear too many people talking about Up in the Air anymore. It was a big deal in like 2010. I knew you from, how do I know Melanie Linsky? Because I saw her face and I was like, I know who you are. What else has Melanie Linsky been in? 2.5 Men? I'm a cheerleader, get me out of, that's it, I'm a cheerleader, get me out of here. Up in the Air comes up very often on the stream. Librarian, that's because Vera Farmiga comes up very often. Now, why does Vera Farmiga come up very often? Because they released like 50 Insidious / The Conjuring movies, and I never remember which one of them she's actually in, but then I always say it's Up in the Air like Vera Farmiga. That's the etymology of that. Every frame a painting. Hugh Grant, Jennifer Garner, Gabrielle Union. Jennifer Garner, 3+ words in title. 30 going on 30. 13 going on 30. 30 going on 30 is just when you lie about your age, I think. Hugh Grant, romantic comedy. Okay, hang on a second. Hugh Grant, 3+ words in title. Wonka, a Willy story. 2000 to 2009. There's a movie called Music and Lyrics that I think has Hugh Grant in it and Sandra Bullock. Okay. Romantic comedy. I'm trying to, because one of them, About a Boy is one. And then the other one is going to be Notting Hill, or it could be Bridget Jones. I mean, there's lots of options here. He's been in a lot of Shakespearean type stuff too. And he's been in Wonka. Did I mention that? And Paddington too. I'm just going to say, I was going to say About a Boy again. I'm just going to say Notting Hill because I think it's an honest answer. If I was playing Bridget Jones, I think that's gamesmanship. Now, I think it's respectable, but... Okay, Jennifer Garner, this is where things get tough, man. Romantic comedy. I have to go 13 going on 30 here. It's just my only play. And then I have to go Electra here. And then I'm like, I don't know shit about Jennifer Garner. I guess she's in The Invention of Lying. I can't believe that got 2%, man. I was so close to saying Yes Day, which is like a movie she was in on Netflix 2 years ago about the made-up crunchy parent phenomenon of like, it feels bad to tell our kids they can't jump off the roof because they'll die. So what if we just had a day where like our 8-year-old was the boss? And then you're like, I know why we don't do that, because it's fucking stupid, man. Juno is a great get here for sure. She is in Yes Man. Oh, okay. What's a crunchy parent? I don't want to make enemies, which is a big thing for me to say because most of you, if I went in on so-called crunchy parents, would agree with me, and I would be farming dopamine off of that. I would say it is a parent who is acting with what they feel is the best interest of their child in mind, but that might sometimes put them at odds with the wisdom of contemporary scientists and doctors. Yeah, you pretty much got it, I think. Okay, Gabrielle Union. So she's in Bring It On, and she's in Bring It On 2. I have to go with... so there's Bring It On, All or Nothing. Pretty sure she's... Oh, okay. Well, she's in Bring It On. That's for sure. And then... 10 Things I Hate About You. 10 Things I Hate About You. She is in that. Gabrielle Union when Gabrielle Scab walks in. I know that's from the fake jokes. Listen, you got to sell your jokes somehow, okay? There was like, why is my 16-year-old cousin's deleted tweets funnier than anything I've ever read? Dear Biden when Hunter Biden walks into the room. So I don't believe that a 16-year-old deleted that tweet. I believe that this 27-year-old was like, if I just tweet this, it won't take off. But if I add like an extra like little bait to the front of it, then it's got more of a chance to be swallowed and digested. And I respect that, okay? I respect the game and I respect the players inside of the game. That being said, the joke has ruined my brain because it's so easy to apply to like every situation. Gabrielle Union when Gabrielle Scab walks in, so true. Megan Good when Megan Bad walks in, like it's so easy. It's not fair how easy it is. Jack Black when Jack White walks in. Yeah, but you should use that one as the subversion. It should be like, Jack Black when Jack White walks in. Hey, brother, long time no see. How's it going? What's up, brother? That's the one you do like fourth to mix it up. Just when people are like, I don't want to hear another joke like that. You hit them with a subversion, and then that gives them the appetite, like the dessert stomach, to have like 4 more derivative jokes before they're like, okay, now I'm done. Sketch when drawing walks in. I know what you're talking about. You got to hit them with a mix-up now and then. Where the hell was I? Okay, thrice. I Am the New Black is a memoir by what guy who once beat out Stephen Colbert for an SNL spot? Gabrielle Orange. When Stephen Colbert walks into... Memoir, what guy? Stephen Colbert, so he'd be roughly 55 years old. Which would put him on SNL probably in the mid-1990s. So immediately I went Dana Carvey, but I think Dana Carvey's like a little older. And also I'm like, I am the new black. Could be someone who has black in their name, or it could be somebody who's African American. I don't have an answer. Because I don't think Louis Black was on SNL, unless it's like maybe he was a writer or something, but he was on The Daily Show. And Stephen Colbert was also on The Daily Show. Oh, it's Tracy Morgan! Tracy Morgan, Brian Fellow. What is it? Brian Fellow Safari Planet? I would have missed the first guess anyway, because I was going to say Tim Meadows. I thought Tim Meadows was like the same age as Stephen Colbert. Having succeeded his mother, Margaret II, in January all I can think of when I read this is like, you know, Margaret II when Frederick X walks in. Frederick X is the king of what country? Serbia. Literally just a guess. For some damned reason, a popular American brand of chewing tobacco is named for the capital of what European country? A Hamlet character, Denmark. Okay, I don't know much about nicotine, honestly. In statistics, standard deviation is represented by what 18th Greek letter? You should really know this, man. Theta? Oh, sigma. Sigma! It's sigma. Oh, sorry, I thought you said 19th Greek letter. I know sigma, it's the cool E, right? Within their shady round, these lofty-minded lawgivers shall meet. So went Wordsworth's poem. Great name for a poet. What's in a name? Sometimes fucking everything, Shakespeare. About a sacred oak in what Spanish town? Cordoba. Barcelona? Picasso deployed Cubism to expose Spanish Civil War carnage in a massive painting with what G-word title? I have no idea, man. Guernica. Mezcal, yellow chartreuse, Aperol, and fresh lime juice go into an IBA cocktail called a what and famous? Drunk and famous. Blue Machine and Green Machine are smoothie-type things from what sparsely named Pepsi brand? It's not Mountain Dew and famous, huh? 7 Up and famous? The Naked Chef, Jamie Oliver. Six points today. That was a tough one. Sparsely named? I mean, I don't feel like naked is sparsely named. I kind of get what they're going for, but like, I expected it to be something with like no vowels in it. which I was like, maybe I should just type like JC. How'd you not get Guernica on painting? I know fuck all about art or Spain. Essentially, I'll just own up to that. I think it's cool that they have like a designated break time in the middle of the day. They seem to be pretty good at soccer based on this weekend. What about Spanish art? I've seen Frida. That's a good movie. Salma Hayek, Alfred Molina. And tennis. There you go. Yeah. Sinner defeated. That was like in the quarters maybe. But by the way, I'm getting pissed off. Because I keep trying to play tennis. But like the tennis courts are always fucking full, man. I'm literally walking down to like tennis courts 9 in the morning, 9:30 in the morning on the weekend. And there's boomers that have been there for like 3 hours that are playing. And I'm like, it is like, I am traffic. But I'm like, everybody else in the world is like, oh, their tennis courts are like never used. They all got converted into pickleball courts. And I'm like, bro, the tennis courts here are bumping. They got to build more. You got to join a club? They're all fucking full. Let's ignore the fact that the dues are like insanely expensive, but they're all fucking like, not only is it like tens of thousands of dollars a year for a membership, they're all like, by the way, we're full right now. And we're so full we don't even have like a wait list, but you can sign like a form that's, you know, you can express your interest to join the club. They need to build some more. They need to turn the Costco parking lot into a tennis court, man. We have a club hope board. I gotta meet some motherfuckers and be like, can you like gift me your spot when you die? I'm not even rooting for it. Like, I'm not like, I hope you die soon, but like, can I just get like a taxi medallion, right? Can I inherit your spot in the Jericho Tennis Club or something? Preferably at whatever the rate is that you signed up for it in like 1978 instead of the 2024 price, which is quite frankly ghastly. Anyway. Well, we got bodied by thrice. Take me to disorderly. Sort these TV shows by the number of seasons they aired, starting with the most. Okay. Office is like 13 seasons or something, or 9, or whatever. It's a few. Game of Thrones is 8. Walking Dead is more than that. Supernatural is more than that. Office is more than that. I don't know how long. I feel like the Brady Bunch is very emblematic of the 1970s, which makes me feel like it at least ran for 6-7 years. I feel like it's possible Game of Thrones had one extra season, though. And the Addams Family, I just don't know. I feel like that shit was in like black and white for a while. Honestly, send it. Oh! That's crazy. Office did not have 13 seasons, though. It had 9 seasons. My mistake. 2 seasons, 64 episodes. That shit, they were running that shit like Isaac. No doubt. Brady Bunch, you can see how they got 117 episodes out of that. Everything was like, you know, fucking Marcia gets her heart broken by like the high school quarterback. Alice is smoking crack cocaine to keep up with the demands of running Florence Henderson's household while Florence Henderson does fuck all, makes like bananas hollandaise all day and shit like that. Addams Family, 117 episodes. That's kind of crazy, though. They were getting out of some spooky shit, man. It took some creativity to brainstorm those episodes. Higher percentage of people who are on public insurance. Now, you have to translate this to Canadian for me. What is public insurance in an American context? Is like the ACA? Medicare. Medicare, Medicaid. I have no idea. With God as my witness, I have no concept of what this could be. Let's say McKinney Frisco. Okay, my bad. Which swung more towards Democrats from 2016 to 2020? I would have to assume that it's, okay, I would be wrong. A higher population weighted density. Quito, Ecuador. Okay. I didn't even really understand the question when I clicked it. Ecuador looks smaller, so I picked it. Which has a higher percentage of people who only speak English at home? I would have to guess Ohio. A higher percentage of adults who have had a stroke. I would think Texas, but okay. Well, we redeemed ourselves a little bit. At least after that. It's no perfect, but we redeemed ourselves a little bit. Yo, Faces is crazy today, man. I'll tell you immediately. I feel like that's Evangeline Lilly, which is probably not how it's said, but also they don't have her. Is Kate Beckinsale maybe? They don't have her. It's like old Adam Driver. Pierce Brosnan? Is it possible that there's a Pierce Brosnan in here? Brosnan's got kind of like a thicker beard than this. The ears are they stick out. I really see Evangeline Lilly here, man. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm like, this right here, even including the ears, is like Evangeline Lilly, man. Now the face, I'm not going to lie to you, the face is throwing me. Almost getting like a little John Mulaney. He doesn't exist, man. That's a beard. Beard is like Keanu Reeves. He doesn't exist. Okay, all right. Say evil eyes. Is that Jon Snow? Is that Kit Harington? Doesn't exist. Okay. Skip me. She's about 55 years old. As Uma Thurman? She doesn't exist. Is Daryl Hannah? She doesn't exist. Lucy Liu? I think it's a bit of a stretch to say that she's known for Kill Bill Volume 2. She's known for Kill Bill Volume 1. Also, no fucking Charlie's Angels in there? Come on, man. That one's throwing me for a fucking loop. Like, they should have been known for Charlie's Angels, Kill Bill Volume 1, and then, like, anything else in the third one. Yeah, Ally McBeal, something like that. Ballistic X versus Sever. You know what? This might be X versus Sever, man. You could be Antonio Banderas. It is Antonio Banderas. known for X versus Sever, dude. Initials A. I saw that on the movie channel. 2003, if I had to guess. I don't know. I still feel like it's like Evangeline Lilly, man. Daily news quiz. I forgot about this. This should be interesting after the weekend that we just had. I'm not really interested in creating a free account. I'll continue without saving my progress. Somebody ordered the London Symphony Orchestra, possibly While High, Cypress Hill. I'm looking in your direction. When the joke becomes reality, hip-hop group Cypress Hill will now really perform with the London Symphony Orchestra 28 years after the above joke was made on the longest-running scripted primetime TV show. Law and Order. Or, like, there's The Simpsons. Is The Simpsons primetime? It's like, I'm looking at you, Cypress Hill. I don't really consider The Simpsons primetime. It's The Simpsons. It is. It's 8 p.m. I'm in bed at like 9, man. What? That's it? Hello. There's only one question this week? There's like 7 questions if you do it at the end. Hi. There's one per day. Oh, okay. Is 5 good? That's a Friday, though. No, it's my wife. She's hanging out the window. All right. Can you play OEC Top 5? Let's give it a try. OEC Top 5. Pick 5. Have fun with the OEC data. I'm fucked, man. This seems hard. Rick D's and the Weekly OEC. Don't say OGC, please. That's illegal. That is a Lascaux cave painting of a man jerking off. We don't accept that here. I love the thing that unites all Gen Z is rejection of capitalism and embrace of communism. The thing that unites all millennials is believing that Rick Dees was a DJ who lived and worked in your hometown, and your black pill moment was realizing that that motherfucker lived in Los Angeles and did a syndicated reality show that they shipped all across North America. That dude was not hanging out in Springfield, Illinois, doing Rick Dees in the Weekly Top 40. That was some shit that was made in, like, you know, Hollywood, California, and then broadcast around the rest of the continent. Yeah, my ass. Whoa, fucking Rick D. Who knew Kingston, Ontario had like the most famous radio disc jockey in the world? I had no idea, man. We're really hidden above our weight class. In New York City, they're listening to Rick Dees. Guess the 5 countries that export the most grapes. This is tough for me, man. I don't know. China? That would be close to the top of the list, I would think. That's up there. That's number 5. Okay. Now, there's 2 things you got to think of here, okay? One is growing grapes. I think of like a roughly Mediterranean type region. Then there's also the size of the country. So like, I want to say like Italy. But I feel like Italy, I mean, I don't know if they're exporting that many grapes because they're just like, I feel like you kind of got to default to like the United States and China for like some of these. That's number 3, baby. Okay. And then we can get into some more perhaps creative guesses, okay? World's number 1 exporter of grapes. That's fucking crazy. I guess Italy would be my Occam's razor next guess. That's number 6. I feel like Greece is like, if Italy's not getting there, Greece probably isn't getting there. No disrespect. So now I'm asking myself dumb questions like, what are some other countries in the world? Other countries in the world, I'm defaulting to famous for wine. So like, it's a bit of a rogue pick. Would I be crazy if I said Australia? Yep, that's number 12. Still a pretty significant number of grapes, all things considered. But so I'm not going to go Chile then. I'm not going to go New Zealand. I guess I would think of, wouldn't surprise me to see a little France in there. I don't think we're going to get number 1, which is kind of crazy. France was like 0. Number 1, Peru and Chile, man. France is 27th. France is doing less than like Mr. Beast numbers when it comes to grapes. Peru, Chile. I was thinking South Africa, to be honest. All right, I kind of got my ass beat, but at least I got bronze trophy. They don't export, they use it for themselves. Can I go back? Can I go back to the, is there like a, can I do yesterday's? That was fun. I'm going to add it, man. Control D. Let's add that to the bookmarks. Related's good today. Don't fuck with me. The Monkeys to Kelly Clarkson. Okay, it's so doable. Kelly Clarkson. So I'm trying to get to Kesha, Pink, Katy Perry, Christina Aguilera. How would we get there? I almost feel like, no disrespect, but Neil Diamond takes us to midness faster. We still got to, maybe you could Dolly Parton your way to roughly the modern day. And then I think we're kind of in the mix, dude. I think Cher or Shania starts to get you into that Kelly Clarkson group. We got to get out of specifically country, though. Although Kelly Clarkson's got a certain country charm. Maybe Leanne Rimes. Faith Hill. We're still like too country, don't get me wrong. Carrie Underwood to Kelly Clarkson. We're way too country, man. We went even further in the country. Take me back to Faith Hill. And I got to get out of here, man. Take me back to Leanne Rimes. Give me to the Chicks. How about Casey Musgraves? Because I don't know anything about her. Saw a dude wearing a Noah Kahan shirt. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but this is, was it a sign from above that this is a Kelly Clarkson adjacent artist? I don't believe so, but still, just something worth commenting on. Maren Morris, I know from Sesame Street. I believe she sings Oops, Whoops, Wait, Aha, Hey, Hey, Hey. Elle King did that X's and O's song. I recall that. Oh, we're back in country, man. Brandy Carlisle, I'm lost. Oh, wait, no, we're not lost, brother. Sarah Bareilles. This is, we're very close to potential Kelly Clarkson. Via like a Vanessa Carlton. Natasha Bedingfield. We're really starting to get there. Nelly Furtado's a little bit more in the crossover success. She does some like adult contemporary music, but also some hip hop. Fergie, Hilary Duff, they're kind of in that pop camp. I worry this takes us a little too Disney pilled. So give me Fergie, even though I don't think it's a one-stepper. And then I think Christina is a possible one-stepper. Kelly Clarkson right there. I can live with that. Hello, my child. How are you? You been having fun with mommy so far?
We watered the garden.
That's nice.
She's giving you lots of kisses.
Give me some kisses. You gonna have fun with daddy today? I'm looking forward to it. You want to sit with daddy for a bit? For a lot. Okay. Oh. Hello. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we still have. We got Bandle, right? Bandle. Bandle.app from 1982 with 277 million views. You know, I should slash marker here first.